Welcome back, Five Aces.
Hey people, Five Aces here. Gather around the campfires and dimly lit monitors, and let's watch live as the last battles of humanity unfold here. And also, let's cast some Company of Heroes too. Kappa Pride. Yeah, no, just kidding. I'm not usually all that doom and gloom. I'm a very optimistic and happy person, but couldn't resist the Corona joke here, what with the lockdown going on. Anyway, we got ourselves a classic 1v1 at hands here, with a very classic matchup as well. Vanilla Wehrmacht versus Vanilla Soviets, or I mean, Soviets would be more like the chocolate chip brownies of cookie tastes. Not for everyone, but quite satisfying if you manage to pull it off. And we've got two players here at hand who have very fitting names, very fitting to their factions. We've got B-Sky Revolution as the Soviets, and we've got TR Fire and Terror as the Wehrmacht, which sounds like a very befitting name. Both of these players very high ranked, and let's zoom in on their bases right now. In the northeast of, I think that's Langerskaya, right? Oh, I can't check here. As the Wehrmacht, TR Fire and Terror. And he is going to be matched up against myself battling the user interface. Let's see, yeah, that's good. And also against B-Sky Revolution. And yes, I'm going to say it like this every single time. You have to bear with me, I'm sorry. There's no way around it. Who has immediately locked in airborne troops tactics. We've seen it before. Rank 1 weapons crate drops just gives your conscripts and whatnot more punch. Basically any infantry unit can pick them up, and they mostly get like SVD rifles, I believe. Penals get something different, but Penals already have pretty good weapons in the early game regardless, so there's that. And yeah, MG team opener for TR Fire and Terror. That is a classic Wehrmacht start because they're the only faction who can spec into MG teams without sacrificing a unit to tech or resources to tech. Gives you immediate access to MGs, and it's so strong in team games. It is so strong in lower ranked team games, I should add, where people don't know how to flank MGs. People just run into them straight up and just feed Verency 3 into an MG42 2 minutes in. And then it's incendiary ammo into GG. But that's not going to be the case here. That's going to be a high tier 1v1. So we're going to be seeing the Soviets trying to flank around it and play it wide. Also deploying some sandbag tactics. Really cool here because he was just at the edge of this of the capturing circle where he was building this, so he does capture and build at the same time, but has probably caught a whiff of the MG42 setting up, so just pulling back a little bit. And that's how you avoid the MG. You just abuse the setup time. Pios and triple conscripts, the classic opener, just techless. So it's gonna be a 50-50 map split for the time being, and the first engagement being taken, yeah. MG42 blazing away. Firing away here, but the Grenadiers are right now unsupported, so this is gonna be pretty bad news for them eventually. Especially with the cons between heavy cover. Yeah. Behind heavy cover here, MG42 needs to give way, is being flanked right now and can't afford to set up. Because I think units are converging from every single conceivable angle. That's already pretty. Suppression is gonna kick in eventually because those guys are not in cover. And suppression, the way it works is if you're in negative cover, suppression works super fast. Just one MG42 salvo is gonna pin all your men to the ground. However, if you're in green cover, you can resist suppression quite a bit. Pio's even closing in here. Pios are quite good up close, so they're not as lethal as Sturmpioniere of the Oberkommando West, but they're still quite decent. Ooh, a cutoff being taken here. That's very smart. Costs a couple of men. That's like manpower bleed traded from B-Sky Revolution. But yeah, he is significantly cutting into the German player's resource income for the time being. So that's not half bad. Yeah, he loses 2 men for that and gets his other men very, very low. Those guys are limping probably. Limping away here. Alright, MG42 laying its teeth into the conscripts, but they're repositioning into green cover, so final suppression kicking in. An interesting fact about suppression is that initially, the first couple seconds while you suppressed, you actually gain damage resistance, or just the opponent has less accuracy. Uh-oh, those cons getting super low here. It's trying to merge? No. I thought it was trying to merge into them, but no. It's not happening, so eventually forced off. That's a pretty good start for the Soviet player. Ooh, those cons getting super low, but also taking the Pyro squad off the field for the time being. Not the worst thing, because they might want to tech now. He's got the resources. Sometimes you just want to have your Pyros off the field anyway. Ooh, the house in the middle of the garrison being captured. MG42 is trying to do something about it, but with green cover. He's baiting, he's baiting. There's no flamer though, that was a pretty bad bait. You can do that if you have a flamer. Your opponent jumps into the garrison and then you just greet them with a flamer burst. Just like, hello, good sir. How about a nice handful of flame, or a fistful of flame, if we keep in theme with the alliterations. But yeah. Looking good for Oscilia. Sorry, I'm saying Oscilia, because I just casted a replay of his as well. He was playing Soviets too. No, it is B-Sky Revolution. Alright, 1 staff veterancy being gained here. First of the game, actually. Quite low kill count despite all the action. Soviet conscripts back out on the field, and here's the first. In comes the first crate drop. SVD rifles onto the first squad. That can happen. You can target that anywhere, by the way. You risk it being stolen away by the opponent, but it would actually be interesting what types of weapons the Germans get from it. Do they still get SVD rifles? Because that might be a downgrade for them compared to the LMGs they can unlock, or the MG42s. But yeah, that's more getting into semantics. Some major suppression being found here by the MG bunker. Oh, the bane of lower tier play. But even in higher tier play, sometimes it's good to just buy some time and lock down a sector. Yeah, this allows TFR and Terra to just go into the eastern fronts and play it very concentrated. Forget about the west. The west is set it and forget it with a bunker now, locked down. So he's gonna be able to retaliate for the earlier cutoff, and now deploy an MG42 here. That's pretty good for him. You need to play super wide in order to flank that. Yeah, SVD rifles just bang for buck, straight up a straight up upgrade for conscripts over the regular. What do they have? Mosin Nagants? Yeah, Mosin Nagants are garbage. Yep. It has been revealed that the entire German roster is hunkered down on the east side of the map. Oh, in comes another decap. This is so nasty. How about a nice cafe decapinado? This decaps the entire western side of the map. Cuts you off here, cuts you off here. What a nasty cutoff to take, but same is true for this point. So the tables can indeed turn. Speaking of the tables turning, right now we've got the SDKFC 222 scout car out on the field. And that is that is not the variety that we saw last cast, that has those special operations where it can lock down a sector. That one is just a straight up damage dealer. That has nothing special going for it as far as I'm aware. Alright, infantry awareness at veterancy 1 for 10 munitions. Look, I ain't saying this is not a good upgrade. No, I'm actually saying this is not a good upgrade. I'm not even an authority on this game, and I still proclaim that this is quite mediocre at best. First, I think that's an MG42 upgrade. Better than an SVD upgrade, but still. In green cover, those guys can get really nasty. I think it also gives the MG42's accuracy bonus as far as I'm aware. Here's the first puck coming out, the Panzerabwehrkanone. Kind of a preemptive one, because as of now, okay, the T-70 is coming out on the field right now. As a German player, I'm not even playing Germans, but that's like basic 101. You want life insurance against the T-70, because out of all the arsenal, all the tools in the Soviets' arsenal, yeah, the T-70, whoa! There's a squad wipe. Yikes. The T-70 is just one of those things that you have to calculate against, because this is one of the most lethal units in the game. Out of all the Soviet ones, this is the most complete and well-rounded package. Just straight up the best light tank in the game. Man, losing a conscript squad, that's quite heavy losses. And this one was staying to decap, that's greedy. You need to give way, buddy. What? He's staying under incendiary ammo? What? I'm struggling to see the game plan here. He was stalling for the light tank. Okay, I get it. I kind of get it. Sort of, maybe. He's trying to overrun here and right into the pack. This is starting to look bad for us. B-Sky Revolution. Ooh, the attack round misses. It's kind of lucky. But this is a very compromised position, and Pios are out on the field, can immediately reinforce and repair the SDKFC 222. And the T-70 has to slink away. That is a bad start for the revolution. This is pretty much yeah, the same way the Soviet Revolution has had started. You know, what with all the civil war coming afterwards. Without getting too much into history, that was kind of a Russian someone. Like I have many friends from Russia because I used to have a Russian girlfriend, and they used to tell me this proverb that Russian history consists of just that one phrase, and then somehow suddenly things got worse. Sums it up quite nicely. But anyway, enough about the history. Here's the MG42 on only 3 kills. That is less than I thought, but a star of veterancy to boot and incendiary ammo. That's a pretty big upgrade. Oh, Dushka. Okay, that is the second ability that can be called in from the airborne commander. Allows you to drop a Dushka anywhere in the field, and that thing costs some manpower, some munitions, and has to be manned as well. But damn, if that ain't a strong MG, that is nothing that is not comparable to a Maxim. That is not a like a party sprinkler. That is an actual damage-dealing MG. Takes longer to set up, but that thing obliterates. Like, it's basically got the incendiary ammo on at any given time, compared to the MG42. Let's put it that way. VP situation quite even, because no one is bothering to take the middle right now. Everyone just needs their forces out on the front lines. Yeah, Dushka, it has a more narrow cone of firing arc. It's just more specialized and, yeah, can't be rotated as much, but it is definitely the stronger MG. By a lot. Oh, 4th squad of conscript, so overall that's the 5th squad that has been built throughout this game. Still no flamer upgrade on the Pios, right? No. He invested everything into SVD. Look, oh my goodness. All those cons, like every single one is upgraded with SVDs. Out comes a GR34 mortar team. I'm not sure if I like that right now, because the Soviet forces are quite mobile. In their current iteration with the current composition. Nasty grenade. The Soviets are not relying on team weapons too much just yet. It is honestly just the Dushka. The rest is very mobile. And against mobile forces, the mortar is struggling a bit. It's kind of a soft to hard-ish counter against emplacements and yeah, and team weapons. AT grenade connects onto the SDKFC2, netting the conscript's veterancy too. Pretty solid. Does he have Molotovs unlocked? No, he skipped the Molotovs. That squad is getting dangerously low. Danger, danger. He's trying to push on through to the SDKFC. There's just... Ooh, wow. That also took a chunk. Lucky. The pack has scored so many misses this game. There were at least 3 hits that should have happened, probably. Okay, and just like that, the German roster is forced off the line again. And a pretty hefty Soviet advance. Dushka also repositioning itself. SDKFC, what does it get? Vehicle sighting and weapon accuracy and mobility, survivability and weapon accuracy. It just gets more damage. It's fine. So that doesn't scale in terms of utility. It's not like the SDKFC 221. Very different, despite looking very similar. T-70 coming for a slight stroll through the base. Just tangling with the bunker here. Alright, let's zoom in on that guy. That guy has balls. Sitting out like this in front of a T-70. Dude, I would be dodging back into the bunker. I would be like, I'm not signing up for this. No, thank you. Wait, what? Forced conscription is in action? Crap. Well, still no Malis here. That is a weird choice. Because this map has such a prominent garrison in the middle. How else are you gonna push through? Pack? Ooh. Didn't have line of sight here, that's lucky. All the entire German lineup is streaming in through the middle. That is spicy. Look, this is just begging for some AoE. Hurrah is being issued. He's trying to go in for the 18-8, but no, the SDKFC 222 backs away just in time. Most of the mainline infantry being forced off just by those two conscript squads. Jeez. Okay. Ooh, another conscript squad bites the dust, and the SDKFC survives. I would have said unlucky, but come on, that was a bit too deep. I mean, as Soviets, sometimes you have to go ham because your units don't match in firepower, but yeah. There is going ham, and then there is going, like, full-on bacon strips breakfast, and that's what happened here. The P4 is out on the field. It's definitely gonna punish the T70. Whoa. Okay. Sometimes there's a clutch T70, and sometimes there's the luckiest bastard T70 I've ever seen. I mean, up until this point. That has lived for way longer than it should have. Yeah, Panzervier gets the killing blow. Wants an MG upgrade as well. Oh, he can afford it, but maybe he's trying to save for rifle nades instead. The park has not contributed all that much. Like, the park was just here to look intimidating and feature an iron cross. What is that logo? It's a bear? That looks like the logo of the city of Berlin. Is that legit the logo of the city of Berlin? I don't know. Looks like it. Man, those models are so detailed, I really love it. Let's check the Soviet vehicles. Oh, speaking of which, a T-70, Vперед, forward. That is a very good motto for the Soviet army. Damn, hold still. I want to read the camo. Ah, whatever. It's gonna be standing still eventually, especially when it's a burning husk, because it's a T-34. T-34 76. There are some commanders who are allowed to for the call-in of a T-74, T-34 85, and that one is a monster. That is like the distant cool cousin. It's like, you know, that meme with Daniel and the cooler Daniel. Yeah, that's pretty much the relation between the T-34 76 and the 85. Pretty much it. Dushka has kind of paid off already. Did lots of damage to the infantry, lots of bleed here. Only 2 kills, but lots of suppression. Lots of squads forced off. Oh, wait a sec. We've got the left field artillery. Are you for real? This thing's being built. Okay, so we've got a Doctrine pick. That is the Storm Doctrine. Alright! Ooh, I haven't seen this one picked in ages. So, let's go over that one right now. Ambush training. Infantry units are capable of sprinting for a short period of time. And camo. That is super useful. Uh-oh. Bad position for the 76. Needs to be reinforced here. It's still in the firing arc, right? Alright, let's continue. Half-track Regal anti-tank mine. That thing is a heavy anti-tank mine. I think that straight up 2 shots. Ooh, attack round connects in a big way. Yeah, I think that thing, like that mine, straight up 2 shots on pretty much any vehicle that isn't a heavy tank. Smoke bombs. Praise Relic for smoke bombs. Dude, the fighting through the hedges, that's insane. That was a really good connection. Oh, he gets it through the hedge. That is without line of sight. You see here? He had no idea that was there. He just had an inkling. Doesn't look like much when it's from the caster's perspective, but it definitely is impressive when you're playing as the commander. So anyway, yeah. Praise Jeebus for smoke bombs. Super useful. Block line of sight. Any commander who has access to smoke bombs is a good commander in my books. Left field artillery, that is a field howitzer that basically acts like an emplacement. You cannot move that thing around. Ooh, conscript squad gets out alive on 3 stars of veterancy. So yeah, that thing is gonna start passively shelling. It can turn on the spot, but it's always gonna remain here. So it's gonna be immobile. And it's moderately powerful, I'd say. My professional accurate assessment here. Okay, here's the Cis gun. That's good. Whoa. Sandbag fighting positions making the life hard for the Panzervier. So many ground rounds missing from both sides. Anyway, then we've got the last unlock is the Stuka bombing strike. Oh jeez. That one is not to be messed around with. that also neutralizes captured points. So if you're under VP pressure in a pinch, you can drop that on a VP, and it's gonna instantly be neutralized, but it's those like 200 munis are better spent obliterating an enemy base or something. Ooh, Dushka out in the open in negative cover. This barrage though, almost getting rid of the MG42. Ooh, the Dushka gets decrewed. If that gets stolen, that's gonna be big. Is he gonna go for it? The second T-34 is coming in. Classic Soviet feedback loop. Lose T-34, build T-34, except it hasn't been lost just yet. Oh, double anti-tank nade, probably? Yeah, only one. He had the munis, so that would have been an opportunity to go for it. So, what's so useful about conscript? You can just press the merge button now. You don't need to send that back to base. Just merge a squad into it. Trying for attack ground rounds again through the hedge. That has been his best asset thus far. B-Sky Revolution has definitely been playing masterfully around those hedges. Oh, trying to go for the midline. Probably going for a breach into a decap of the cutoff. Taking a Panzerfaust first trouble though. Okay, that thing is stricken and now needs to relocate to repair, and then we're gonna finally read the damn inscription. I've been wanting to do that for a while now. Oh, the mortar, by the way, 5 kills, 2 stars of vet. Solid, solid. Very good. This 1 point had been decapped by the Pios earlier, so conscripts are back at it. Adding some sandbags to it as well to add some nice flair. Home improvement. Quite the handyman here. I love those animations. They're working so hard for their non-existing salary. Okay, that's it. So someone told me you need alt to rotate. No, god damn it. Okay, let's get back to neutral position. We almost had it. At some point we'll be able to. Let's see, how's the left? Oh, that's a left barrage, by the way. That's coming in right here. Not hitting too much thus far. But still a couple of shells left in the storage tanks. In the ammo bay. We have a new T-34 standing by. We've heard that one before, have we? Whoa! Okay. Yeah, if the left connects, it leaves craters, smoking husks, and dead conscripts. Yikes! That was nasty. Okay. Out comes a Stuka 3 Ausführung G. That's the anti-tank one. Oh, that might be able to be overrun by the T-34 plus the anti-tank nade. That is hopefully... No. It's off cooldown right now. Perfect. Just click the button. Oh, he's trying to get into the rear. Is he trying to just save, like, conserve the ammo? Oh yeah, get out to rotate. It's fine. Oof. That thing is out of control, but it's still gonna be able to fire for like 10 seconds. So he needed to do that little dance here with the tank. Okay. That is gonna be the Panzer in peril. Obviously tangling with frontal armor. What is this coming in? That is a rocket run. Whiffing. Whiffing hard. It's a tactical IL-2 Sturmer with rocket run. Uh-oh. Ooh, the attack ground round. Missing from the pack as well. T-34 trying to exfiltrate. I think he's got a third T-34 on standby, right? Well, it's sitting here. Why do you want to help out? By any chance? Out comes another Stuka to replace that. Oh, it's not a Jagdpanzer. Not sure. Not sure from the icon. Let's see. Man, what a savage game. Okay, so finally the pack has contributed something to anything at all in this game. Here comes the third T-34. But the Panzer IV has been reasonably repaired. Oh, rear armor has been found though. That is some nice gamer sense. One more shot. Yeah. Even if you trade the P4 for it, trade the T-34 for it, that's fine. That honestly is fine. Maybe he's gonna be able to get decrew the left as well. Nope. 7 kills on the left, 5 of that. Yeah. Ooh. Whoa! We just added 5 to that kill count. Was that another squad? Doesn't look like it, but it jumped from 7 to 12. What did he kill there? Nothing that I can recognize right now. Maybe just chunking 2 of the squads at once? Alright. That's gonna require some deduction here. Maybe it was just firing into the base and accidentally caught some of those. But anyway, those are pro players. We should be under the assumption that they knew where they were firing their howitzers. Alright, another SVD drop. What's he gonna go for? Yep. Just, so he lost another conscript squad. He's up to 3, but I think he's lost 3 at that point. The left has been looking good. Double pack is now out. But the infantry core is still very solid for the Axis player, plus they've got 150 fuel just unlocked. Oh! He cancelled the Stuka. Went for another P4 instead. That one I recognize because it looks like a clothing iron. That is the P4. The like extra extension up top. Are we up to double MG40? No, that is a new MG42. A fresh one. I probably got decrewed at some point in time. Oh! And there's a stolen MG42. I've been missing some shit. Damn, son. Alright, Pack's trying to rotate. There we go. Finally in the firing arc. That is the fresh Pack 42, Pack 40, showing the initial Pack 40 how it's done. Is there another left barrage? Yeah. There's also a Sturzkampfflieger incoming. Good night, sweet prince. That's it for the MG42. Yeah, that went about as well as expected. Geez, so much carnage going on, and it's hard to keep track, honestly. Oh, a Katyusha. Good old Kati for some barraging. That is, I think, just as a countermeasure to the left. Left field gun is going to be able to, like, with 1 or 2 barrages, going to get decrewed easily. Then all you need to do is destroy the weapon. Get in with a Zis gun or something like that. Alright. Staying to trade some blows. I gotta say, the packs haven't been looking too good this game in terms of connections. Usually they connect on T-34s like every single time. We're seeing a statistical anomaly here. Medics backing the boys up. Damn, that MG42 is large. That is huge in size. Jeez. What are those guys doing? Are they praying him? Are they praying him back to full health, or what was that? What are you doing? You guys got nothing better to do, huh? What about the Soviet ones? Soviet is pretty cool. They also have female models, because they actually used female, like female combatants as well. Even the sniper, the Soviets can be a female, and from anecdotal experience, I can tell that the female sniper is like 100% more effective. Alrighty, Sisgun up to 2 kills on infantry. Solid. Uh-oh. Very low health squad. Fortunately, the killing blow not connecting from the P4. Oh, the Caddy got cancelled in favor of another T-34. Well, I'm starting to see a pattern with pro-Soviet play. Honestly, I was not aware that spamming T-34s could be a good strategy. I still remain to be convinced that it's a good strategy on my level. AKA, Company of Heroes Elo Hell. Just where no one knows what they're really doing. Which makes it all the more enjoyable, by the way. Left. Ooh, the left is definitely targeting this area with barrages. You might want to get the hell out of dodge here. Main gun crit from the Panzerfaust. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the P4 coming in. Yeah, this is a very, very dead T-34. Still don't get to read the inscription. Oh. Alright, Pyro Squad's getting low as well. Whoa! That was the Zis gun plus the T-34? Blitzkrieg. Is the Blitzkrieg gonna save him? One more shot. Oh, bounces! That is a yikes moment for the Soviet player. This is a bleak turnaround from the Axis. T-34 just sitting idly by, waiting for comrades to die. Oh no, the timing here. He's trying to find the AT grenade connection, but he's not getting it. Oh yikes. What a nasty turn of events here. Well, he's holding on to only one VP. The bunker, by the way, did its job. It held the line for a really long time. On both the fuel point and the VP, which is super cost efficient. It just costs you manpower and munis, I believe. Doesn't cost you any fuel. Yeah, those grenadiers are insane. 19 kills, 22 kills, 21 kills. Very solid. Double MG team now. That would be the time for a caddy. GF32 also, some good kills here. Oh yeah, target weak point. That is so lethal. That's what makes packs insane. Because at Vet 1, I believe, they unlock the stun rounds. And that just stuns a vehicle in front of the pack gun. And if you have two of those, one stuns the vehicle, the other one fires away. Yeah, dead tank. Just the way the cookie crumbles. Remains to be seen whether the Soviet player can come back from this. Sky Revolution is definitely up against the clock here. And also his army just not scaling as well. He's got what? His 3 con squads, 2 combat engineer squads. There. What was that? Okay, tank mines are being spammed. I like that. That is a good call against, especially when you're behind on the. On the tank count. Very smart and cost-efficient investment here. Alright, Molotovs has been unlocked. We're seeing the classic 30-minute Molotov unlock. Trying to get around the arc of the MG. But he's in negative cover and he doesn't have... Like, there's still cooldown on the Molly. That isn't gonna happen. Alright, forces a retreat at least. Not too bad. Now the Ziskan can move up and start barraging. I think the mortar also has to give way eventually. Let's see how those conscript squads looking. Man. Look, compare the 22 kills to the 6 kills and 5 kills of the conscripts. I think at that point, yeah, 0 kills on the combat engineers. Just Soviet things. Those are not your damage dealers. Alright, we're seeing, get this, get a load of this, another T-34. Well, I would have seen that one coming. Wait, is that a... That looks like a Brombeer, right? The commander doesn't have a Brombeer. I'm pretty sure it's not one. Just looks like one. I don't know, can you like cobble together an army that can actually defeat the Germans in a direct engagement? No. I don't believe so, and especially with the threat of the left gun. Always the unpredictable wild card. The X factor, because if that scatters into your infantry and you lose a squad immediately, you just die. Lots of damage being dished out by the pack guns now, courtesy of the T-34s feeding themselves into it. So that's solid. The midline is definitely not being captured right now by the Soviets. Just really hard to breach this formation. Alright, Ziskan barrage. The makeshift artillery coming online. Ooh, okay. Forces probably the mortar squad off as well, or the pack gun, depending on where he wants to throw the Mali. Cancels it, goes for an AT nade instead. Oh, the model dies. That is unlucky. That's what happens when you try to lob an AT nade, but it has a wind-up time, and then the throwing model dies. The grenade fizzles. You get the cooldown refunded and the munis, but you have to shoot again. You get basically a try again button. But it is frustrating if that happens at the wrong time. Otherwise the P4 would have been snared. Ooh, good hit from the left. And smoke pods here as well to cover the retreat. Oof! Another chunk being taken out of the Ziz. But first time in a long while there's a double cap. Yeah, the Sturmpanzer is apparently non-doctrinal. Huh. The map is looking very Soviet at the time being, but that is just probably a very temporary situation. T-34s being a bit brazen. That Panzerfaust bounced on a T-34. Huh. That is a rare occasion. Alright, the left is still barraging here. You best watch out. You don't want to stand in your own left barrage. I think friendly fire damage from AoE weapons is decreased, so it doesn't do the full damage, but I might be mistaken here. Not quite sure. The T-34 convoy is rolling out again. Are we gonna see a Su-85? Like, look, an Su-85 would be so good. Would be an answer to the pesky Sturmpanzer and also to the P4 sharking around. Would be able to deter any advances. He's trying to give him the old spit roast, but look. T-34. I'm not gonna penetrate the front llama. Oh, this gun though. That was an arc. Wow. It was just at the cusp of the firing arc. Right, pushing away the MG and running straight into the other pack. The conscripts are suppressed, so the Molotov throw range is lowered. Oh, he's trying to connect. He's trying so hard. Even with SVD rifles, oh, whiffs the nade as well. But decrews the MG42, that's a big one. And, ooh, those guys are taking a lot of damage, but are gonna be able to exfiltrate. Now the pack is probably gonna be forced off. At least one of them. That's okay in my book. Anything that buys you time. Seems like the Sturmpanzer 4 has not been a good investment. Come on, fire through the hedge. I know. Oh no! If that connects into a stun round, it's GG for the T-34. All right, double AT guns here, holding the line. Hold the line. If you've ever played General 0 Hour, you know that. Bombardment. Hold the line. And what's the third one? Search and destroy. That's right. Good old CNC. Yeah, the left has been really good. I usually don't see it have that much of an impact. But 29 kills. Most of that unsuspecting and unwary MG crews. Be it the Dushka or the stolen MG42. Yeah, that can tell a story of its own here. Another bunker is being upgraded, and it's an MG bunker. That surprises me. You have got like repair station, medic station, command post. But this is an MG in what I perceive as not the best position. Sure, it protects the cutoff, but that's about it. Could have gone for a more aggressive position in my opinion, just like here. Doesn't cover the VP, crucially. It also doesn't cover the, like, anything that's important, right? Doesn't cover the fuel, doesn't cover either of the VPs. Weird choice. But maybe there's more behind that choice than I with my limited understanding of company Bureaus 2, am capable of ingesting right now. Speaking of capable of ingesting, you ready for round 4? Ready for a 4th T-34? That's T-132. Sorry, T-136 if we do the math. Alright. Alright. The Soviets have cooked up a very special build here. Period. No, come on. This time we can do it. Something with Poviet. God, okay. Okay, I give up. We're not gonna read the camo right now. I'll do that. I'll do that in a custom game. Alright. No, that's not the cutoff point. We have a new T-34. Just like the other ones. Time to replace. Ooh, the left has targeted the two Zis guns here. Still 29. Let's watch that surge. Lucky. Ooh, Garrison even goes down. But that's gonna allow a moment of respite here for this Soviet player, who under the cover of the enemy's left field fire That came out of left field, damn. I should have brought the pun earlier. Just sprung to my mind right now, but that was very obvious. That one shot that killed the conscript squad like the 5-man clumped, that came out of left field. Whoa, going for a base dive! Okay, I mean, the packs are gonna take some time to rotate here. The P-34, the P-4, it's can't 1v3. It can definitely... Jeez, that's a support armor corps going down. If you want to rebuild that, that is costly. Jeez, microing that is a nightmare, by the way. Your tanks all get tangled up. Oh, he's still going for it. Leichte mechanized? Give me that. Snacking and leichte mechanized for breakfast. Alright, Grenadiers sprinting forward here. I think that's the ambush tactics, right? Whoa! T-34 models get capped! Oh my goodness, that was a bit overly optimistic here. On count of TR Fire and Terror. What the actual... what in the name of Tarnation is going on here? T-136 going in. Ooh. That was the Stuka. That was the bombing strike, decrewing one of them and basically taking it out. The other one is on the cusp of dying. But so is the Grenadier squad. Conscript sprinting forward, not getting the connection, but getting an 18-8 for their trouble. So the T-34s might be able, like the wolf pack of T-34s, don't want to mess with the pack here. Understandably so. But that has definitely been a period of struggle and suffering from Fire and Terror. However, the answer is going to arrive in the form of a Panther. Pretty sure that's a Panther. Yeah. And how do we counter Panthers? With, how about 5 T-34s? Starting to get ridiculous. Okay, so we're up to T-170 then, right? Am I doing the math correctly? I think so. Yeah, that is able to swarm a pack gun. Indeed. And the mortar team just as a extra cherry topping here. Man. I don't know. Not buying a dedicated tank destroyer against this tank bonanza is probably a mistake. The Panther is gonna be a good solution, but honestly, a Jagdpanzer wouldn't be half bad here. Jagdpanzer is a bit like the Su-76, Su-85. Probably not as reliable, but still. P4 is treading in dangerous territory. Yeah, that's the entire Soviet army you're up against here. And they're still bouncing. Oh my lord. Bouncing more than children at a Chuck E. Cheese bouncy castle. Look at that. That is completely unharmed. Oh, there is an inscription here as well. That is just an acronym. That is SDKFC. I don't know military acronyms. It is my mother tongue and still I don't understand what SDKFC, like we didn't get taught what SDKFC means in history class, so... Oh, full-on suppression from the bunker. How has that been relevant? How has the bunker come into relevance? Alright, that's one T-34 going down. Bunker still surviving. And the Panther is absolutely gonna be the ace in the hole here. Pulled out of the sleeve. Completely unsuspectedly. Whoa, double penetration of the frontal armor. That is lucky. Now it's rear armor though. Panther 4 is showing its rear. It's a seductive rear, and the T-34s can't help but go for it. Nah. That probably doesn't... Yeah, it probably equalizes the playing field now. There's a moderately vetted Panzer IV. There is a Panther that has great late game potential. Oh, I didn't go over the bulletins either. Let's check the bulletins. Sky Revolution does have T-76's armor protection. I don't think that protects you from an extra pack shot, and that's all you want. So I'm not sure. That is one of the default ones. Conscripts and Grenadiers have 3% increased accuracy. That is just universally solid. And then we have rifle cooldown and reload speed on increased on conscripts. That's also very solid. Anything that improves the... Ooh, wow. That was max range. Holy cow. Yeah, anything that improves your baseline infantry is really good, because you're definitely going to be using them. Like, anything that improves, like, late game tigers and whatnot, you're not guaranteed that you're going to be able to use the bulletins. But anything that increases baseline infantry survivability or mobility, whatever, is just universally solid. Ooh, out comes a squad of guards airborne. Are they going in for an airstrike? There's the pack going down. Yep. Whoa! That bombing strike. Ooh. IL-2 Sturmovik. Tactical obliteration. Surprised that the left didn't go down either. But jeez, that is a big blow now. Traded it out for a T-34, but there's still 3 more on commission. The Panther is trying to go aggressive. There are no more Cis-guns. The Cis-gun got decrewed. Okay, that is melee range. This is a crazy engagement. Pretty clutch here. You don't want to lose your tanks because it could just snowball out of control. It could straight up snowball you out of the game in a matter of 2 seconds. So don't risk anything here. Man. Frantically reinforcing everything. And the Germans are on the resurgence, taking the midline. Yeah, Panther up to Vet 1. Blitzkrieg. Veteran C2 is improved weapon tracking and armor. Weapon tracking, I think, is just turret rotation, but that's super important. And rank 3. Improved vehicle mobility and rate of fire. Oh, that thing goes to Vet 3. Becomes a monster. I mean, right now it's sort of a monster. It's kind of like one of those monsters from Monster Inc. But it turns into, you know, into a Resident Evil monster real quick on Vet 3. With this amount of T-34s produced, it would honestly not be the worst choice to have the commander like the what's it called, the Soviet industry, Windustry, as they call it. Because they have access to repair stations. You just plop down one of those repair stations behind a garrison. You park your wounded tanks there and you don't need to expend engineer time. It's so useful. If you're going for these strategies, that is. If you don't, then the commander is kind of questionable. Right, Molly? Double Molly coming down here. I don't know if the damage stacks. I have no idea. I've never used double Molly. Alright, that might be... Yeah! Decrew on the MG42. Left gun trying to take some shots into the conscripts. Man. Guards airborne, plus the conscripts trying to close range tango with the grenadiers. Okay. Hiding behind the garrison here is very safe. Even if it's destroyed, it is still a line of sight and weapon blocker. Maybe not line of sight, I'm actually not sure, but it does block weapons. On the eastern sides there have been advances, and that's been... Oh, yes. Thank you. The bread box of doom is out. It's GG. No, seriously, I love that thing. I love microing it as well. You always need to micro it in such a way that it fires at max range and is facing the enemy tank with its barrel. But it's so rewarding. Guards airborne getting low. And initially, don't get me wrong, initially it's not going to penetrate against German tanks because they've got quite some armor. But as it vets up, it becomes insane. It is not an immediate solution, but it is definitely a long-term solution and investment. I'm kind of on the fence about the Guard Airborne, but I think they play a vital role here, because if they can ever get onto the left, they can just pop down the IL-2 Sturmovik strafing run and probably kill it outright. Leichter Mechanized is getting very low. The base dive. Whoa! That was a mine being hit. Good night. We are up to double Panther. A Panther pack. Alright, I mean, that is the answer. 2 plus T-34s. That is the answer, you don't need anything else. Is there gonna be a cutoff taken? No, decides against it for now. It's going for the VP instead. Understandable. And even double Panthers, that's their weakness. They're just not that good against infantry. Very small AoE, very small damage profile. If the infantry is spaced out, whoa. That is also some RNG stacked in favor of TR Fire and Terra here, because they're not usually that good against infantry. 36 kills, so the mid to late game performance of the left has definitely decreased significantly. The Su-85 is great, but against double Panther it can get flanked so easily. It can already get flanked so easily by a single Panther. Oh, that's the nade. Gonna do a lot of damage at least. Whoa, down to one model. Is that MG42? I think that needs to yield, yeah. He's being pushed off, and as a result, all the support weapon teams are being forced off the line. That is big. That is gonna allow him to advance into the mid of the map. If we check Fog of War, he's got the tracking on right now. I see everything. It's the all-seeing eye of Sauron, if it flinches. It just has a narrow cone of vision here, but it is so useful. Oof. The left field gun. How is that so strong in this game? And I'm surprised that it didn't go for a Catty like ever. Catty would have been so good. Just decrewing it constantly and wiping the veterancy. Be that as it may, the leichte mechanized is super wounded, and the support armor corps is also dead. So the tech choices for now are limited for the German player unless he wants to rebuild that, and you don't want to do that in a late game scenario. Lots of fuel, but no manpower for both players. Like 0 manpower. Operating on a shoestring budget. They've got too much of everything, too little of everything, like resource scarcity except the most expensive resource. Reminds me of that time like earlier this year, those 2 days or so, when oil was at a negative price. Does anyone remember that? When he would actually lose money from selling some barrels of oil. That was quite something indeed. Okay, the Su-85, I always get those two confused, is in some peril. He's down to half health. Uh-oh. Pyre squad forgotten about, left for dead. And another 2 models down from the left field gun. We're up to 38, yeah. Still nowhere near veterancy 3. Damn, that's quite something. Double VPs are still being held by the German players, so TR Fire and Terra is looking very good. This advancing wave of infantry can just be thinned out with enough patience and enough Panther shots. Gotta commend that mortar team. 20 kills, solid. Solid performance. Yeah, another thing I missed going down was the Brombeer. I apologize for that, but it really was very ill-fated. It didn't have much of an impact at all. Didn't fire many shots, didn't really do anything in the game. Ah, so we're gonna check that out as well. With 10 minutes of delay or so, we're gonna check out the bulletins here for the very low con squad. Bulletins for the German player. Grand rifles cool down 5% faster between shots. Like, that's insane. Usually it's 3%. That is a good bulletin. P-Grand veterancy is stacking up faster. That's also useful. And Panzerfaust stability has increased range. I also quite like that one. So 3 really solid early game / core infantry bulletins. I like them. On the fence about the up close and personal of this Soviet player. Ooh! That nade actually killed the squad. Mortar squad being forced off the line, and the conscripts managed to get their boots on the western VP. So the bleed has been stopped. I feel like the German player could be a little bit more aggressive, knowing that there is only one AT gun in the vicinity, and those T-34s don't usually traditionally pose a big threat to Panther, especially if you keep facing the frontal armor. That is dangerous, by the way. sitting right next to a mine. It's gonna blow up at least 2 or 3 models, if that triggers. Alright, so the Soviet player has decapped both. Probably gonna be decapping the midline as well here, depending on how long it takes for suppression to kick in. Might be able to decap at least. Yep. Okay. Decap has been achieved. And infantry on their way out. They've managed to accomplish their task of capturing that. Yeah, so the German player with surprisingly little map controls. He's building a Brummbär again. Brummbär is just like an indirect fire piece in that it's not very good against units who are mobile. That is kind of their downside. Okay, double AT nade probably into a Molotov. That's a very good position. Breaching through the hedge here. Su-85. Oh, there is an airstrike inbound. Where? Okay, that blew up the garrison. That whiffed in a major way. Alright. This was an expensive investment. That was 200 munis for absolutely nothing. Pack gun gets decrewed. Oh, okay. Might be a little window for the Soviet player to do something. Yeah, killing the MG is a really good call. Yep, nice. Su-85. Okay, he's preparing for an assault. There is an AT gun in the vicinity. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. T-34 probably thinking about a ram. Uh-oh. It's happening. Oh, that thing is too close! Su-85 needs to kite back. He just needs one finishing shot here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is looking bad. Yeah. It's looking very bad for the Soviet player. Sturmpanzer is gonna go for the Sis gun, while the Panthers are dealing with the T-34s. Yeah, and it all hinged upon the Su-85 going down prematurely. Should have just kited back. Aw. At least didn't trigger mine, huh? Okay, Sturmpanzer is stricken. Oh, it is a Sturmpanzer 4. I was right. Cool. Not that it helps me in any way, but hey. Being right about something in company of heroes for once is a nice change of pace for me. Man, the Panthers have survived so much. And this is a good use of the Sturmpanzer, I like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All the wheels coming off the Soviet bus. The Soviet bus that is powered by T-34. By sheer T-34 stubbornness. Drawn by a convoy of 3 T-34s. It's starting to look like it, because the German player has a very, very strong armored core left. There is no way of breaching. Yeah. Look at those puny guns. Not penetrating at all. 0 penetration. Alright. There is no MG suppression. Uh-oh. This might be something. Might be an opportunity to go for some of the tanks. Left. Uh-oh. In comes the rocket strafe! That thing apparently is not good against infantry. TIL, but it did take out the Sturmpanzer, so there's a little redeeming factor. Uh-oh. Sis gun dead. The infantry corps is completely depleted. I didn't mention that, but Tier Fire and Terror has lost lots of units. It's basically down to a couple Pio squads and a single grenadier holding the line. Huh. So maybe the Soviet player can take it with infantry superiority instead. It's always a fine balance. P4 would now be a good investment because it is actually way better than Panthers against infantry, and it also has a really good MG. Are we gonna see? Oh no, there's no munis. No munis at all for the IL-2 Sturmovik. Sturmovik strafing run. Lev up to 45 kills now, oof, and one of them being a vehicle as well. Sis gun getting a bit brave. Moving forward. Oh, and the decap. The cutoff has been taken, and on the other side of the map, wait, he ran into a mine again, did he? Those T-34s, man. I swear. But this is gonna get punished. Yeah, good night. Left out to die. Stricken T-34. That's why you don't do that, by the way. It gets punished super easily. If you ever hit the mine, your tanks are too slow to actually exfiltrate. This gun needs to stay alive. He needs to reinforce that with his conscripts right now. He needs to... Yep, too late. Too late. And Panther hits a mine, but is not yet dead. Uh-oh. Left gun is taking this sector under siege. So this is probably gonna get decrewed. Tanks facing into each other. A bounce from the Panther. Lucky. Bounce from the T-34. To be expected. Alright. That might be a one dead Panther at least. Is the 18-8? Yeah, it's gonna come off cooldown. So this is dead as well. Man. Cleanup crew has arrived. Alright, that con squad has done its job. Its dirty job. Panther on Vet 2 is limping away. Whoa. Okay, that's big. The left, just as it hits Vet 3, finally gets decrewed by a flanking conscript squad. I mean, there were no more MGs, so this was kind of coming. Mortar is trying its best to supplement the indirect or just replace the indirect firing role here. I mean, the Soviet player can still take this. There's another Panther coming out. Oh, the 18-8! Yes. It doesn't kill it. No way. Doesn't kill him for the time being. I think he can shoot over the hedge, right? TFI and Revolution not happy with the results right now. Oh. Sorry. B-Sky Revolution. Triple Pio squad, but he has nothing left. No more Grenadiers. Wow. This game has turned around. Crazy. The Soviets were so far behind here. I mean, the Panther is gonna be pretty good here. It's pretty much the Soviet player has no answer for it, and there is no answer for it in the near future, because with 582 fuel and 0 manpower, you're not getting any tanks. The Rodina still needs some fresh men to man those tanks. The left could be recruited, but I think at that point in time, it's a bit too late for it to pay off again. Guards airborne. Are they gonna see a strafe? Come on. Come on. Give me something to work with. Give me a strafe here. We have a new T-34. Color me surprised. The munis are not stacked up for either player, so no big call-in here. That's no big call-in, but a big all-in. What we're seeing here, they're trying to swarm the pack. That's a stolen pack. Whoa. Too bad it doesn't have Vet 1, otherwise it could get the stun round. That would be big. I think the conscripts need to merge into this thing consistently. No, keeps it alive anyway, because they are garbage against infantry. Yeah, one Panther going down on account of it being garbage against infantry. GG well played being issued by TR Fire and Terror. Nice sportsmanship. Ooh, that MG sound is stuck in a loop. We're gonna zoom away from it. What a game. This was an insane comeback. And it all hinged upon the German player being cut off from the east and then slowly losing his base despite the Soviet player sending in more T-34s to die. It's like an elephant graveyard except for tanks. Oh, what a match. Guards Airborne have been looking really good. Right, I'm gonna go into the post-game statistics. Let's take a look. What an insane game. We're again up to 1 hour and 4 minutes. We take a look at the recording timer. Par for the course, I guess, for a Company of Heroes 2 match. And I didn't get to read the inscription on the T-34. Because that is a special camo. That is something where Company of Heroes has some really cool free-to-play models. You pay for the base game, obviously, and then you pay for extra content, but skins are purely cosmetic. And you can get some nice skins, but they're in no way required. So that's a pretty cool feature. Alright. The pack gun being the most valuable unit of the game. Team Killer Panzer IV. Alright, alright. damage, very even. Units killed is always going to favor German player because the Soviet units are more brittle. And we're going to take a look. The Panthers have been looking really good. The Sturmpanzer... I'm not going to talk about the Sturmpanzer here. Scout car has been moderately successful, and the Stuka got flanked early on, so it didn't get a chance to shine. And on the other side, B-Sky Revolution. Oh, the Guards Airborne were really effective, considering they were late in the game. Can we talk about 7 conscript squads, 4 of whom were lost? I mean, 1 was to the left, and I think 2 were to the left. But still. T-70 lived a lot longer than it should have. The T-34s, we have seen 9 of those. 8 of them did go down. I have no words. I have no words for the T-34 convoy. Soviet pain train is being pulled by T-34s right now, it appears. Despite all of my... against my judgment. Alright, what a great game. Well played by both players, and super nice to see some good sportsmanship as well. So thank you guys and girls for watching. Follow me on my conquest, on my journey to learn more Company of Heroes 2 and enjoy myself on the way, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves thoroughly. And also Open Array. Oh, there's also a community tournament for Company of Heroes 2 in the making that is probably gonna start sometime in the near future. Gonna keep you updated on that, and if you're into all the strategy games, Open Array has the biggest competition right now. There's still signups open, everyone can join. There's a cash prize, there's 3 divisions, and yeah, just tune in there as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.